Chosen one, you are hearing this message at a pivotal moment in your life, one that carries divine weight. This is no coincidence. Time is moving swiftly, and heaven is making an intervention, calling you to pause and listen, to step back from what seems to be momentum and take a moment to truly see. Something serious is unfolding in your life, and right now you are at a crossroads. The excitement and drive you feel, the opportunities that appear to be unfolding before you, may be hiding a trap beneath the surface. The enemy is crafty, and not every open door that presents itself is a door leading you toward your divine destiny. Some doors are designed to distract you, to pull you away from the purpose God has placed on your life. This is why, chosen one, you are hearing this now. Your spirit knows this moment carries weight, and the urgency to listen is not a call to fear, but a call to wisdom, to discernment, and to understanding the higher purpose of the season you are walking through. The scripture reminds us, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. It's crucial that you understand this truth right now. Not everything that appears good is good. Not every opportunity that presents itself is a sign of elevation. Sometimes the enemy wraps what looks like a blessing in disguise, only to lead you into distractions that can pull you away from your true calling. You must not be deceived. This is the moment for clarity, for divine insight, for discerning the difference between what will elevate you and what will trap you. The restlessness you may feel, the unease, is not a reflection of your lack of faith. It's a signal from heaven that something is not right. The unsettling feelings you may be experiencing are not signs of weakness. They are the alarms of your spirit, warning you to stop, evaluate, and pause before moving forward. You are being called to a higher level of awareness, to see beyond the surface, and to trust that what God is revealing to you in this moment will shape the future that lies ahead. Do not ignore this call, chosen one. This is not the time to rush. This is not the time to move without caution. Destiny does not unfold under pressure. It unfolds through clarity, discernment, and the peace that comes from knowing you are walking in alignment with the will of God. Every decision you make now has the potential to shape the rest of your journey, and that's why this moment is so crucial. Don't let the excitement of the moment blind you to the fact that the path you are walking may not be the one God intended for you. Be cautious of the distractions that come dressed as opportunities, chosen one. You have been set apart for a purpose, and your calling is too valuable to be distracted by the fleeting pleasures of this world. There is a battle at hand, but it is not one of flesh and blood. It is a spiritual battle that requires you to be alert, to be discerning, and to be aware of the forces that seek to derail your purpose. The opposition may not always come from places you expect. Sometimes it comes from within, from familiar relationships or situations that cause confusion, but you must remain grounded. The enemy is not always visible, and the resistance you face may not always make sense, but you are being called to trust in the process, to remain steadfast in your faith, and to continue walking in the path that God has laid before you. The journey ahead may not be easy, but it is one that is worth every step. As you rise, you will encounter resistance. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the stronger the opposition will become. But hear this clearly. The resistance you face is a sign that you are moving in the right direction. When jealousy rises and opposition intensifies, recognize that it is a confirmation that you are on the right track. Don't allow the external pressure to distract you from the divine elevation that is unfolding within you. You are being prepared for something greater, something far beyond what you can see in this moment. The discomfort, the struggle, the pressure, it is all part of the refining process. Like a diamond being shaped under immense pressure, you are being formed for glory. It may be hard now, but what is to come will be worth every moment of difficulty. Trust in the process, trust in the journey, and know that the pressure is not to break you, but to build you. There is purpose in the struggle, and every step you take, every challenge you face is part of your divine preparation. Chosen one, your future is not defined by the moment you are in right now. The breakthrough is near. The pain, the struggle, and the pressure are temporary. What awaits you on the other side of this trial is far greater than what you can imagine. Keep moving forward with your eyes fixed on the promise, and know that the endurance you are building today will serve you for the future. You are not just going through this for your own benefit. You are going through this so that you can lift others, so that your story can become a beacon of hope for those who will follow in your footsteps. Every challenge you overcome, every battle you fight will be a testimony to the greatness of God's power working through you. You will not only rise, but you will also shine, and as you do, you will draw others to the light of God's purpose and provision. But to rise, you must first recognize the importance of this moment. Time is precious, chosen one. You have not been called to drift through life without purpose or direction. You have been chosen to soar, to lead, to impact the world around you in ways that will leave a lasting legacy. This is not a time for complacency or spiritual sleep. This is a time for awakening, for action, and for making deliberate, purposeful choices that align with the calling God has placed on your life. Every decision you make from here on out will carry weight, and it's important that you recognize the gravity of this season. The stakes are high, and the world is watching. Your response to this moment will determine the course of your future and the future of those who look to you for guidance. Do not let distractions lead you astray. Do not let impatience cloud your judgment. The enemy will try to convince you that you need to act quickly, that you need to make decisions in haste, but remember, haste is not of God. Wisdom waits. Wisdom is careful, thoughtful, and discerning. It doesn't rush ahead of clarity, and it doesn't make decisions based on fear or pressure. This is the moment to pause, to seek God's direction, and to trust in His perfect timing. The doors that are meant for you will open at the right time, and no amount of rushing or pushing will speed up the process. It's important that you trust in the timing of God. What God opens, no man can close. So do not be discouraged by the delays you may be experiencing or by the pressure to move quickly. Trust in the fact that God is preparing you for something greater, something that will come when you are ready. The breakthrough will come, but it will come in God's perfect timing. Chosen one, don't let this moment pass by without taking action. Like this video, if you agree that God is moving in your life, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. You are not alone on this journey. We are all in this together, and by sharing this message, you can help others who are also standing at their own crossroads. Let us stand in agreement, trusting that the light of God will guide us, protect us, and lead us into the fullness of our purpose. Don't wait. Comment 99 below as a sign that you are ready to embrace the call to rise. Together, we will walk into the divine favor and victory that God has for us. The time to move is now, and your destiny is waiting. In this moment of your life, you may be feeling a surge of excitement, a sense of urgency, a desire to move forward as quickly as possible. But I am here to remind you that true destiny does not unfold under pressure. You might be feeling the pressure to act, to make decisions swiftly. But let me share this vital truth. Discernment is far more important than haste. If you feel rushed or uneasy, if your spirit is unsettled, do not ignore it. That discomfort, that sense of unrest, is not a sign of weakness or fear. It is a divine warning. Heaven is trying to get your attention. It's telling you to pause, to step back, and to seek clarity before you move forward. Do not let the pressure of the moment cloud your judgment or force you into decisions that you are not ready to make. Rushed decisions chosen one rarely lead to lasting success. True wisdom requires time. It requires thoughtfulness, prayer, and most importantly, discernment. You may feel the world pushing you to act quickly to grab the opportunity before it slips away, but remember that not every opportunity is meant for you. The enemy often disguises distractions as opportunities, wrapping them in glitter and promise, hoping to lure you off course. This is why it is essential to pause to seek divine guidance and to discern what is truly meant for your life and what is simply a detour from your destiny. God's timing is perfect and there is no need to rush. Trust that when the right door opens for you, it will remain open until you are ready to walk through it. You must not be driven by the anxiety of losing something, but rather guided by the peace that comes with knowing God's timing will always align with your divine purpose. True destiny unfolds in the quiet moments of discernment, not in the rush of the moment. So if you are feeling uneasy or rushed, that is your signal to pause. Trust that the stillness will give you the clarity you need to make the right decision, and understand that the right opportunities will not require you to rush. The enemy's greatest tool is distraction, and one of his most effective distractions comes disguised as opportunity. You may think that every door that opens is a door leading you to your destiny, but not every open door is a blessing. Some doors open only to lead you away from your purpose, pulling you in directions that seem promising, but ultimately bring decay and destruction. You must be aware that not every opportunity is meant to elevate you. Some are meant to pull you off course, to lead you into a trap that will distract you from what God has truly called you to. That glittering opportunity may seem irresistible, but behind it could be an enemy intent on derailing your progress. This is why discernment is so critical. You must not be swayed by what looks good on the surface. What is important is what is beneath that surface. Does this opportunity align with the purpose God has placed in your heart? Does it bring peace, or does it stir up confusion? The enemy knows how to dress deception in familiar colors, wrapping it in what looks like a blessing, hoping to silence your discernment and lead you into compromise. That's why it is so important to guard your heart, chosen one. Scripture warns us to guard our hearts, for everything we do flows from it. You must protect your heart from distractions, from the allure of quick gains or easy solutions that promise much but deliver little. Your heart is the wellspring of your purpose, and you must guard it with everything in you. The distractions may come in the form of seemingly perfect opportunities, but you must not fall for the illusion. Guard your focus. Guard your time. Guard your peace. If it doesn't align with your divine purpose, don't entertain it. You must remain anchored in wisdom, for wisdom will never lead you astray. It is only by cultivating a heart of discernment that you can separate what is truly from God and what is a mere distraction designed to lead you away from your calling. The battle is not always external, chosen one. Sometimes the fiercest opposition comes from within, from the very people and situations you least expect. In the journey of fulfilling your purpose, you will encounter resistance, sometimes even from those who are closest to you. It's important to recognize that not all resistance is a sign that you are on the wrong path. In fact, much of the resistance you face is a sign that you are moving forward. The enemy does not bother to fight against someone who is stagnant, someone who is not a threat to his agenda. But the moment you begin to step into your calling, the moment you begin to rise to the purpose that God has set before you, you will find that resistance will start to appear. And sometimes that resistance will come from those who are closest to you, from people you trust, people who love you, or even people who share your same values. Scripture reminds us, a man's enemies will be those of his own household. This means that sometimes the hardest battles you face will be within your own circles, from people who may not understand the direction God is calling you to take. But do not be discouraged by this chosen one. The opposition is a sign of your progress. Resistance comes when you begin to ascend to a higher level. It is a sign that you are moving forward and the enemy is trying to stop you. This is when you must dig in deeper, stand firmer, and trust that God is with you. The pressure you are feeling, the opposition you are facing, is all part of the process of becoming who you are destined to be. Do not shy away from it. Do not retreat. Recognize it for what it is, the refining fire that strengthens your faith, the resistance that is purging away the things that cannot go with you into your next season. When you are called to greatness, you will face opposition. But know this, the opposition is not an indication that you are on the wrong path. It is the confirmation that you are moving forward. When the enemy tries to derail you, it is a sign that you are a threat to his agenda. When you face resistance from within your own circle, it is a sign that you are being elevated to a new level. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Keep moving forward. Your purpose is too great to be stopped. The enemy may try to use familiar faces, familiar voices, and familiar places to distract you. But trust that God will give you the discernment to see beyond the surface. This is a time to sharpen your focus, to listen closely to what God is saying, and to trust in His guidance. Your breakthrough is not dependent on the approval of others. It is dependent on your obedience to God. The resistance you face is part of the preparation for the elevation that is coming. You are being refined. You are being shaped for something greater. So do not fear the resistance. Embrace it. Know that it is part of the process of becoming who you were always meant to be. Chosen one, your destiny is unfolding. The pressure you feel, the resistance you face, the unease you may experience, it is all part of the journey. Trust in the process. Trust in God's timing. Keep your focus on your purpose. Guard your heart. Be discerning. The opposition you face is a sign that you are on the right path. It is a sign that God is preparing you for something greater. Stay alert, stay focused, and know that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. Your breakthrough is near. Keep moving forward, and you will step into the divine favor and purpose God has set before you. As you walk this path, chosen one, you must understand that the pressure you are feeling is not meant to crush you, but to refine you. Life's challenges, the struggles and the setbacks you face, these are not arbitrary or purposeless. They are the tools by which your faith and character are being tested and strengthened. Just as a diamond is formed under extreme pressure, so too is your spirit being shaped for the glory that lies ahead. The pressure you are experiencing is necessary for your transformation. It is in the heat of life's furnace that impurities are burned away, and you are refined into the vessel that God has designed you to be. This pressure is not a punishment. It is part of the divine process that prepares you for the greatness that is coming. Your faith is being refined, your character is being developed, and your endurance is being tested. With each challenge you overcome, you are being made stronger, more resilient, and more aligned with your true purpose. While the journey may feel difficult, remember that it is through this intense process of refinement that you are becoming the person God has called you to be. The breakthrough you are waiting for does not come without intensity. It is through the trials, the pressure, and the resistance that you are being prepared for the incredible future that God has in store for you. Resistance is a sign of progress. When you face challenges, it is not an indication that you are on the wrong path. It is a confirmation that you are moving closer to the breakthrough that has been promised to you. Just as a tree must face the wind to grow its roots deeper, so too must you face opposition to deepen your faith and strengthen your purpose. This pressure is part of the process that shapes you into someone who is capable of handling the blessings that are coming. It is molding you into someone who will stand firm, unshaken, and fully aligned with God's will for your life. While the journey may be difficult, keep your eyes on the prize chosen one. Know that every moment of pressure, every challenge, and every obstacle is preparing you for something greater. There is purpose in the pain, and there is strength in the struggle. Trust that God is using this time to shape you into the person who will be able to carry the weight of the blessings and responsibilities that are coming. As you move forward, you will inevitably face opposition and betrayal, and it is in these moments that your true character will be tested. One of the hardest things to bear is betrayal, especially when it comes from people you trust, people who are close to you. But chosen one, it is important to understand that betrayal is part of the process. It is not meant to break you. It is meant to awaken you. When betrayal comes, it can feel like a deep wound, a loss of trust, or a blow to your sense of security. But do not be deceived by the pain it causes. Betrayal is often a sign that God is closing one door and opening another. It is a moment of divine separation, a chance to reevaluate your relationships and your path. The people who betray you may not always be the ones you expect. Sometimes those closest to you can become the source of your greatest pain. But chosen one, you must learn to see beyond the betrayal. It is not a reflection of your worth or your purpose. It is a reminder that not everyone is meant to walk with you into the next phase of your destiny. Betrayal is not about what others do to you. It is about how you respond. It is an opportunity for you to grow in wisdom, in discernment, and in spiritual maturity. It is a call to trust God more deeply and to recognize that your true source of security is not in the approval of others, but in the love and faithfulness of God. When you are betrayed, it is not the end of your journey. It is simply a moment of testing. Use it as a catalyst for growth, for deeper connection with God, and for clarity in the relationships that matter most. Betrayal can refine you, purify your heart, and bring you closer to the purpose God has for your life. Do not let it cause bitterness or resentment. Instead, let it awaken you to the truth that you are not alone on this journey. God is with you, and He will use every challenge, even betrayal, for your good. As you navigate the pressure and opposition, you must also be vigilant about the relationships and alignments in your life. Not every relationship or affection is aligned with the path that God has set before you. Some relationships, even those that feel close and loving, may be distractions from your true purpose. You must be discerning about who you allow to influence your life. Not every connection is an assignment, and not every affection is in alignment with the direction God is calling you to. The enemy is crafty, and he often uses relationships to distract, derail, or dilute your purpose. Even those who love you may not understand the path you are walking, and their intentions, though good, may not always be in alignment with God's will for your life. That is why it is so important to guard your heart and your relationships. You must be willing to step away from relationships that are not in alignment with your divine purpose. This does not mean that you must cut people off completely, but it does mean that you must set boundaries and protect your spirit from negative influences. You cannot afford to be distracted or pulled off course by relationships that are not advancing you toward your destiny. Your heart is sacred, chosen one, and you must protect it fiercely. Guard it from distractions, from negative energy, and from relationships that drain your energy and focus. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, who encourage you to walk in your purpose, and who support you as you grow in your faith and calling. This is not a time to be complacent or to allow toxic relationships to remain in your life. You must be willing to make the hard decisions to step away from relationships that do not align with your purpose and to trust that God will bring the right people into your life at the right time. Discernment is key. Learn to see beyond the surface of relationships. Not every smile, Not every kind word, not every show of affection is genuine. Some relationships may appear to be a blessing, but they may be subtle distractions meant to lead you away from your purpose. You must be willing to recognize when a relationship is no longer serving you, and to let go of it, trusting that God will bring you the right people at the right time. The path to your destiny requires you to be aligned with the right people, the right support system, and the right relationships. You cannot afford to allow distractions to take root in your life, no matter how appealing they may seem in the moment. Guard your heart, chosen one. Stay focused on your purpose. Align yourself with the people and relationships that will encourage you, support you, and help you fulfill the calling that God has placed on your life. Your destiny is too valuable to be traded for momentary comfort or fleeting affection. Recognize the importance of staying in alignment with your purpose and trust that as you do, God will lead you to the relationships and connections that will empower you to fulfill your divine calling. In every season of your life, stay vigilant, stay discerning, and above all, stay true to the path that God has set before you. Your purpose is waiting, and every step you take in alignment with God's will brings you closer to the fulfillment of that purpose. Chosen one, the moment has come to make a choice, and that choice will shape the course of your destiny. The weight of the decisions you make today cannot be overstated. You stand at a pivotal crossroads, and every step you take will either lead you further into the fullness of your calling or pull you away from the purpose God has placed on your life. In this season, you must choose obedience over impulse, truth over illusion, and purpose over comfort. This is not a time for compromise or half-hearted decisions. It is a time for wholehearted commitment to the purpose that has been divinely ordained for you. Choosing obedience means trusting in God's timing and trusting that His plan is far greater than any fleeting desire or impulse that the world may present to you. It means saying no to what is comfortable, easy, and immediate in exchange for what will lead to eternal significance. Your destiny is too sacred to be treated lightly. It is a divine gift that requires your utmost care and intentionality. Steward it well. Walk in it with the reverence and responsibility it deserves. The decisions you make now will determine the direction of your future, and it is essential that you make them with wisdom, prayer, and clarity. Trust that God is guiding you, but you must also be active in your choices. Do not allow yourself to be swayed by the noise of the world or by the pressure to conform to the expectations of others. Stay true to the calling that has been placed on your life, and allow the truth of God's word to be your compass. As you navigate this journey, know that every step you take in obedience, every choice you make in alignment with God's will lead you to a place of elevation. The pain you have endured, the trials you have faced, will not be in vain. They have been the refining fire that has shaped you, and the elevation that awaits you will be impossible to ignore. Your journey has not been easy, but it has been necessary for your growth and transformation. The blessings that are coming will be the result of the seeds you have sown in the midst of hardship. God's restoration is real, and He will restore to you the years that have been lost. But let me be clear, He is not going to return you to what was. He is not going to return you to the past. No, the restoration God has for you is going to be something far greater than what you lost. It will be something stronger, more refined, more purposeful. The blessings that are coming will exceed anything you could have imagined. You will not only be restored, you will be elevated, transformed, and empowered to walk into a future that carries divine significance. The doors that are opening before you are not doors for status or recognition. This is not about building your own platform or pursuing superficial success. No, these doors are opening for purpose. They are opening because you are being called to a greater assignment, a higher purpose, and a more significant role in God's kingdom. You are being called to rise to a new level of influence, but that influence must be stewarded with wisdom, humility, and responsibility. This is not a time for self-promotion. It is a time for service, for being a vessel through which God's purpose can flow. As the doors open before you step through them, with grace, with humility, and with an understanding of the responsibility that comes with the blessings that are about to unfold, you are being trusted with a divine assignment, and it is crucial that you carry it with integrity. Your destiny is not just about you. It is about the impact you will have on those around you. The way you choose to walk through these open doors will not only affect your own future, but will have ripple effects on the lives of others. Your actions, your words, and your decisions will influence the course of others' lives, and this is why it is so important that you choose wisely. Chosen one, I am calling you to rise. It's time to step fully into the calling that God has placed on your life. This is not a moment to hesitate or look back. The time to act is now. The world is waiting for the unique purpose that only you can fulfill. The steps you take today are laying the foundation for the legacy you will leave behind. Stay alert, stay focused, choose wisdom, choose clarity, choose God's way over your own. In this season, there will be distractions. There will be opportunities that seem promising, but only through discernment will you know which are true blessings and which are simply illusions. Stay grounded in the truth of God's word. Let His voice be the one you listen to even when the world is shouting for your attention. Know that you are not alone in this. God is with you, and His strength is available to you every step of the way. This is your moment to rise, to step boldly into your destiny, and to claim the victory that has been prepared for you. Your future is bright, and the impact you will have on the world will be profound. But it begins with the choices you make today. Let them be choices of faith, of purpose, of obedience. As you move forward, stay connected. Stay aligned with the purpose God has given you, and trust that He will guide you every step of the way. If this message resonates with your spirit, don't move on quietly. Take action now. Like this video if you feel the call to rise, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your voice, your journey, and your calling are meant to inspire and uplift those around you. Comment below to mark this transformative moment. Let this be a sign of your commitment to the path that God has set before you. Together we will walk in divine alignment and claim the victory that is already ours. The time is now. Step into your calling with confidence and watch as God opens doors that will lead you to the purpose and blessings you were always meant to fulfill. This is the beginning of something great. The journey has not been easy, but it has been worth it. You are ready, chosen one. Rise into your destiny and let the world see the glory of God reflected in your life.